You are.
There we go.
Back here. Hey!
Hey,
Now it's
Opa.
my... I can do that transition. See what happens there.
That's live
Hey.
for me.
There we go.
That is live for me.
Live.
We are live on a Saturday night. I have no idea what's going on though. But we are here. We are live for the Still Talking podcast. Somehow Jax is here.
Jax, what's up, my man?
That's what broke the stream.
That broke the internet, is what
Yeah,
I did.
That too.
Jax broke the internet. That's the
Way to
name
go.
of this episode.
That wouldn't be the first time Jax broke the internet.
It's true.
No.
I wonder if because I have like 17 different things on here. Let's trim those 17
I'm good.
things.
I'm going to imagine that's not helpful.
It's not. There's a lot of things not helpful at this point. Max is here. What's up, Max?
New name.
Facts, Max.
Jax,
that
Max,
me?
Jax.
Am I Max?
You are now.
Oh, okay.
You are now. Jax the Max.
Yes, woke up.
So I saw a request in our little chat there about somebody wanting to do the intros. So-
If you wouldn't mind, yeah. If you
I like this patch guy.
Pash.
You can
can't-
stay. I like
don't-
this.
Pash, you're gonna have to leave.
I like this. I like this.
Nobody
Pash, if
likes
you-
Greenfly. It's alright.
Pash, you're trying to butter up the wrong.
I like green fries sometimes.
My man speaks sense.
Anyways, I mean, this is a good opportunity for you to do the whole intro with all four members
All
Of
four
the-
members.
of the STP podcast.
STP. Make sure you get tested regularly. Listen.
Mhm.
So, episode 39. My name is Dennis. You can call me Ma Dennis. You can call me El Papi Dennis. You can call me El Papi. To my right, he's from the country of orange skies and wildfires. He's beaten more meat than a butcher. He has more horror knowledge than Ghostface himself. He's the most sporadic Enigma streamer on the internet today. Ladies and gentlemen, Jax. Welcome in.
Honestly, you could have said anyone else's name, and I wouldn't have argued.
We don't all live in the
will
land of
wait.
orange skies, so
I was gonna say I was waiting to figure out who that was. I was like, we do not have orange guys and wildfires over here.
And who just spoke, he hails from the UK. He is the most controversial personality on any podcast, not just ours. He does hold the record for the most dubs in Fortnite against bots. And he might be the most entertaining YouTube gameplay streamer of all time. Greenfly __98. Welcome in, Greenfly. Thank you for being here.
I heard nothing but facts.
And last but certainly not least, he is the most positive streamer on Twitch. He has more viral clips on TikTok than the Island Boys. He is the king of 24-hour streams, the undisputed, undefeated heavyweight donut-eating champion of the world, Doman 247.
I think that's the most exciting.
I'd
thing
argue
I've
with
ever
you, but none of that stuff is wrong. So
I'm gonna say I've heard nothing but facts.
yeah, this is
I've
a
heard
very
nothing but facts.
this is a still talking factual podcast tonight. There is a bunch of facts, but thank you for that introduction. I don't know about if it's in the world. I do know in the lower 23 states, I am a pretty big deal with the donuts.
Lower
So-
23.
Right, exactly.
Also, can I just say I agree with Dennis is great. I think we make Dennis the permanent intro person because I did full WWE fanboy the Doman one. When he went the world thing, I was sat there going, Doman.
Dope, man, 247.
Dope and rocks. Dope.
I threw my hands up and everything. I was in the moment.
Put your hands up. Put your hands up. All right. Well, now that the introductions are out of the way, we have not been here for a couple weeks. What's up, Emmy? Welcome in. Welcome in. We have not been here for a couple weeks. How in the hell are you guys? Okay,
I have
Jax hasn't
something
been
to
here a
announce.
couple months. But
I have something to say real quick. While you
Uh-oh.
guys were doing the intro and I walked off to take a piss, and my bathroom, or my toilet, standing in front of my toilet, there's a window right to my right, and I look over on a windowsill and there's a tiny little baby tarantula just walking across the windowsill. I was like, oh, my roommate's baby tarantula got out. One of them got out. I'm sitting there looking at it. I was like, what's my duty of care?
You kill it with fire.
I did not. No, I just walked away from it.
I mean,
You
the
get it.
duty. Here's the first duty: burn the house. Yes, the first duty is making sure that was one of his tarantulas. Because if it's not, then you got a whole nother issue going on.
And even if it is, you kill it with fire.
I'll text him and tell him there's one in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I think your spiders got out.
Yeah, I would make sure, because if he texts you and says no, they're both here, then I think you have a different issue.
Well, there's 4 of them.
Oh, I think you
Then
said there's
Jax
like 10.
disappears again.
Yeah.
One of them bound
If
to,
it makes you
right?
feel better, Jax, I'll run screaming out of my house for you. If that makes you feel better.
Make me, it
Okay.
does. It does.
All right.
So, Jax, you're doing okay other than the baby tarantula? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I like it.
Greenfly?
I like it.
Greenfly, how are you doing?
I'm good. I've done some old man stuff over the last 7 days. Been fun.
I do old man stuff every day.
So,
He is an old man.
It's not really a popular thing in America, I don't think, but I went to the Ashes on Monday, which is part of the reason we didn't do a podcast last week.
What the fuck? Sorry,
Well,
that was
busy.
chat.
You're all wet. Dennis is all wet.
Wait, what's the
We
Ashes?
mentioned it. The Ashes is a cricket match between England and Australia.
Ah,
There's 5 tests. It's a 5-test series. Each test lasts for 5 days as a maximum. Some of them last like 4 days. And yeah, whoever wins gets a very little trophy. And I went to the first test. It was very fun. And I played golf. Because I am 73.
oh, excellent.
Nice.
How do you feel about? I believe there was a Major League Baseball game in London today. I don't know if that's a big deal for. It's
Baseball.
a big deal for us, I guess, when our sports, baseball, football, go to other countries. I'm not sure if it's a big deal for other countries when they come to them.
So NFL, yes, NFL was massive. When we got I think it was a Jaguars game. It was the first game to come over to England. That was huge. That was everywhere. I didn't know there was a baseball game in England today.
Oh.
That's not necessarily being received too well, but I don't think there's a lot of sort of appetite for baseball in England, whereas NFL is quite popular. That was everywhere.
True.
I also think if basketball came over, that would be quite big as well, because we have a lot of people that are quite into basketball.
Interesting. Dennis, how are you doing? How has your last couple weeks been?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I started streaming officially this week, so got 5 streams down so far. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Started a new job on Monday, so no more slinging cars in the heat. But yeah, it's
nice.
pretty exciting stuff, man. How about you, Dome Man? What'd you do this week?
I mean, this week I did pretty much what I do every week. Nothing, and it's usually I'm really good at it, honestly. So
It takes a lot of skill to get good at that.
it does. I mean,
It's a lot of
honestly,
practice.
I had to take a nap, because I was so tired of doing nothing.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you've got to put in hours of doing nothing to get good at doing
I've definitely
nothing.
got to put it like a half hour of doing nothing, and then I need a nap.
day.
Yeah. Oh no, every hour. I need a half hour every hour of doing nothing.
All right, yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean it's been a normal time in the Doverse. We've had some interesting things happen, but We're excited to be here. We're excited to be back on the Still Talking podcast. And I'd like to actually talk a little bit about Dennis for a moment. And just kind of see how you feel. Because, I mean, the rest of us are old. And, you know, we've been doing this a while and stuff. How do you feel about the streaming thing? You're new to it. So
I'm very new to it.
I think when I heard I'm old, I was like, I'm pretty sure Dennis is definitely older than me and Jack. But
yeah, I've recently popped my streaming cherry, so it's going pretty good. I know, right? It's bloody hell. But no, it's I understand the process. I understand there's going to be days where I'm the only one watching myself. I understand that it's not an overnight thing all the time. So yeah, really just kind of finding my groove. Reaching out, I'm gonna have one of you guys or all three of you help me set up commands and all that fun stuff in my chat. So
okay, I'd give that to me or Doman. Actually, I'll be after this anyway, so if you want to do it straight after the podcast, just let me know.
Sure. But so far I like it. I've been more aware to make sure I read all the T's and C's of the streaming stuff. I do have Twitch. I also have a Kick. YouTube is not something I'm interested in at this current moment, but it is still something I looked into. But yeah, I'm very, very, very excited. Very excited to see how this journey goes.
So you did mention Kick there. That is something that I did do.
You did. You did.
What was that, last week? 2 weeks ago?
I think so. Yeah.
No,
about a week and a half.
No, it was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago Sunday. Tomorrow. So
oh, that's right. Yeah.
So it was right after our Still Talking podcast, so we haven't talked about that. I did do a Kick stream. That was interesting.
It was the same content. It was just on a different platform. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same content. I mean, we got a little bit, a little wild there for a second, which it's nothing we don't do on Twitch. You know, there's still lines that I won't cross, respectfully and stuff like that. I didn't like the user interface of Kick. Mm-hmm. But to me, it's the same. You know, I hit play on my Streamlabs. It plays. I didn't like the user interface. I didn't like what my dashboard, like anything that I could do. I didn't really like that. You know, would you compare it to going from PlayStation to Xbox as far as that type of comparison, or is it something like PC to Mac? A lot of people would probably say it's compared to PlayStation to Xbox, that they're similar. I compare it to when I went from PlayStation computer. I think Twitch is that much more refined. Thank you for the hydrate, Nella. I appreciate that. Thank you for the hydrate. I think Twitch is that much more refined. There's a finished product there. I think that.
But what way around is that? So you think Twitch is the more refined one, or Kick's the more refined one? Sorry.
I think Twitch. Right. I think Twitch is more refined. I think
that's fair.
Everybody's complaining. You know, everybody's talking about discoverability and this and that, or you know, the subs, or you know, your split. There's a 24/7 tech support for Kick. Everybody's coming at the king, and to me, Twitch is still the king of live streaming. Now, if you were talking about videos, obviously that's YouTube. You know, I don't think that's a question. YouTube. I think YouTube live streaming is not good. You know, they all suck for discoverability. You know, no matter where you go, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok.
I think
Mixer.
Mixer. I never use Mixer.
Nah.
Rumble. What?
Anyone?
You get the visual gifts for TikTok. I mean that's cool. You know, I just don't know if discoverability is there, and that's more what I was looking at. Is I don't think. I think they all suck for that, but that's not their job. in my opinion. That's not Twitch's job. That's not Kick's job. That's not TikTok's job. That's not YouTube's job. It's your job to get discovered. It's not their job to get you discovered. You have to put the work in.
You have to market yourself in the way you want to be marketed.
Right.
But what I will say is, I recently made the switch to YouTube. Been streaming over there quite a bit recently. Fun enough, I streamed over there on Thursday night. I was playing with Fluffy and Dennis. Fluffy told me she was streaming on TikTok, and I didn't even know that was a thing. That's how out of touch I am with TikTok. I did not know you could, like, I know you could go live, but I thought the live stuff was just you could do it from your phone. Like, you could open your front-facing camera or something like that, and you could go from your phone. I didn't know you could stream a full stream to TikTok. Which baffled me when Fluffy said it. But I personally, I think the YouTube user interface is considerably more user-friendly, in my opinion. I know that it's more buggy on YouTube, 100%. But I also think it's just more friendly for the streamer. And I also think there's better understanding of guidelines and things like that. I think YouTube are a lot clearer with what you can and can't do than Twitch are, so there's less sort of like blurred lines. It's a lot more black and white kind of thing.
That's fair.
But are you okay? So first of all, Pash, that's really funny actually. Your comment there. I want to touch back to what you just said there, Greenfly, but I do want to address what Fluffy says. In a 4-hour stream, she got 950 views, and that is great. Not bad for starting. That's great. How does that equate to people staying? Because that's where your discoverability comes in. Yeah, people can swipe left, swipe right. If they just happen to go past you, it's whatever generates those views. Whether they're people, bots, whatever, how does that equate to people staying and finding your channel? That's, and I don't know if you have an answer for that.
Yeah, if you want people to stay, if you want people that, so for example, let's say I didn't meet you through looking to like try to get Among Us groups during lockdown or so. Let's say I didn't meet you guys that way. I stumbled across your stream. Just by scrolling through Twitch recommended and it popped up. The only reason I'm going to stay is if you are an entertaining, engaging, or good at the game.
I get that. I get the discoverability on that part. What I'm saying is 950 views. I'm definitely not going against that. I noticed this with Kick as well. I don't want to say they're bot views because that seems derogatory to me, but I'll go with my Kick stream. Literally nobody knew I was streaming. You know, I put it in my Discord. I had 5-6 people. You know, the core group that normally stops in, they stopped in. I'm showing that I had 15 views at, you know, most of the night. It's they're quote unquote bot views. That doesn't help you in your numbers.
Right, I just read past who's coming.
You know, if you're going to, I haven't read it yet. If you're going to try to advance, that doesn't help. You know, because it is discoverability. It's so I equate it to my own Kick stream as it's a lot of inflated numbers.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Inflated numbers. I mean, and nothing against Fluffy in any stretch. Fluffy was doing quite well on Thursday night. She nearly hit 1,000 of something.
Right. No, absolutely.
I don't know TikTok to know what it was or if it's good, but Fluffy was doing what sounded like good numbers. Numbers mean nothing.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, numbers, at the end of the day, numbers mean nothing unless you're doing something with them. Fluffy was being entertained. Fluffy was. It don't matter if it's 15 or 7, and it might be inflated.
Right. No, I'm reading Fluffy's comment real quick, so I just kind of want to address that real quick before I forget where I was going. I do have something to say to you, though, Greenfly. That's what that number is, then, Fluffy. It's 950 different people that saw your stream.
Yeah.
And then swiped off of it or swiped through it. Because I mean,
or stayed.
Or stayed. Okay, that's all I need to know. Like that's good. Like that's good for discoverability, because it's your job at that point to get them to stay, to get them not to keep swiping.
So, I think I've misunderstood your question a bit then, because I thought what you were saying was what the Twitch, what the YouTube do to help people stick around, and all that. My thought process to that was nothing. Because that's not a job. It's your job to keep people around. So I think I've misunderstood the question.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
So you have to stay for a minute to see the view. Pash, look on TikTok. You might find your dad. We're just talking about the different things. Now, I want to circle back to Greenfly real quick on this. Because you touched on something. You said, YouTube's, basically their TOS, is more outlined.
Yes.
Are you said you streamed on YouTube? Is that correct?
I have started streaming on YouTube, yes.
Do you have any plans of breaking TOS with one company that wouldn't have broke it with another company?
No, I don't, personally.
Then what does that matter?
So I wouldn't have done any... I don't think I did anything on Twitch that Twitch would have... Let's say I got quite big as a streamer. I don't think I'd ever do anything that Twitch would really complain about. Right. But the issue is, there's a lot of things that Twitch would complain about that aren't overly serious. That could fall into... It's not something serious. It might not be something I do, but let's look at the lady that does the hot tub stream, quite popular.
Abraham.
Big internet. That's the one.
I think we should do hot tub streams.
I do a hot tub stream.
That is not allowed on YouTube. You are not allowed to be that revealing on YouTube.
I don't think that's true. I think I can look up hot tub video right now and find someone just sitting in a hot tub.
I don't think they last that long though, because I think it gets put down very quickly.
Are you saying the live stream or the video?
Or a video?
The live stream. The live stream.
I couldn't tell you about live streams. They never pop up on my front page.
YouTube's thing is, I think you could pretty much post whatever you want as a video. It just won't get monetized. So then, at that point, it's nothing. Whereas they can't demonetize a live stream, so they put a lot more vigorous TOS in thing. But everything that you can't do is laid out. Everything that you can do is laid out. And there's not really a middle ground of, I'm not sure. Like YouTube say, it was something that happened to Syndicate a while ago. He had a live stream copyright strike because he was playing Grand Theft Auto 5 when it first came out, and he got DMCA'd because of it's real music in the game. YouTube's TOS state if you're live streaming a game, you can use the music in the game. You can actively put it on yourself, but you can use the music in the game. He got a copyright strike, he got taken back instantly because TOS was so well laid out. Whereas I think if that had have happened on Twitch, that would have been a ball ache to try and get to the bottom of, because it's just there's no structure in place on Twitch, in my opinion.
But that's not a. I mean, it is structure. It's a little bit more structure than what it could or should be. Now the question is, it's not a Twitch rule. It's not a YouTube rule. That's a DMCA. That's literally, you're using copywritten music without the owner's permission.
Consent. Yep.
I agree.
The issue is, I personally think if you're playing a game, and everyone has the right to stream a game. If you're playing a game that the music is embedded in, you're not using that music. That's just a part of the game.
Right.
I don't think they should be able to copyright strike you on
Right, and what Twitch does is they'll just mute your VOD, they'll mute your clips.
That's what I mean.
To
YouTube
protect
don't.
you. To protect you from getting a DMCA. It's not even necessarily the DMCA strike, quote unquote, from Twitch. It's getting in trouble with the music producer. They'll mute your VOD. They'll mute all that information. YouTube just lets it go. Is there something down the road that's going to cause any problems with that?
No.
That's what I'm saying, Britt. Like, how come it's okay on YouTube? Are we just... Is YouTube just... Is it okay to use it on YouTube and not on Twitch because YouTube's YouTube? Or will the music companies start coming after YouTube because they're not protecting
No.
the
So
content creators?
What I mean is, right, so if like you've said, if you're on Twitch, Grand Theft Auto is the best example because of the wide array of music in it. You're playing GTA on Twitch. You put Non-Stop Pop on, and Kids by Robbie Williams comes on. One of the songs I know is definitely in the game. Right? Twitch will then mute your VOD because they don't want the owners of the song Kids by Robbie Williams to be able to...
They're protecting you.
Yeah, yes, they are.
Yes.
But you haven't broken a copyright rule in doing that because you haven't used somebody else's music to benefit. You are using something that is completely licensed because you are playing a video game that song is licensed to emit. So you're well within your rights to not have to mute that on a stream.
Which is true, but I don't know if they can distinguish one or the other. That it's in the game or it's not in the game.
So you shouldn't have to have that muted. What they will do is, on YouTube, is they won't mute it. They will strike it. Someone can strike your stream or your video. And then once that's striked, you can go through a strike review, list what is thing. Nothing happens to the actual video at the time. You have, I think, 5 days to review it. And if you got YouTube review the strike, it's a part of the game. They will review that directly, and then they will just remove the strike.
Are you saying YouTube does this?
Yeah.
Or Twitch?
Yeah, this
it was
YouTube does. Yeah.
Okay.
That's I personally haven't had it. I tend to mute music on games anyway, just as I'd rather not listen to it. But that's the example that happened with Syndicate. It was playing GTA, a song came on, it got striked by the people that wrote the song, and then YouTube removed the strike because it was part of a game that he was streaming.
So here's what it is, because I googled it and I looked it up. So the artist used what's called a master use license, and basically what that license does, it allows video games, GTA, Fortnite, etc., to use their music, right? But unless the person who is streaming also has a master use license, you are not able to stream that music. Even though it is licensed in a video game, you yourself are the one who is broadcasting that song.
Yeah, Brett Dennis is our fact checker today. I have never come across that as something that I could say this happened to me. The only one I can think of off the top of my head is the Syndicate one, and I know that he got his strike removed because it was a part of the game. So whether that's changed since, I couldn't tell you. But because YouTube said you can use anything that is built into the game that you are playing, he was allowed to use the music that was in the game.
Right.
This was quite a while back, though.
Right. So we'll piggyback off of that for a second. No, I agree that the rule is stupid. I don't disagree.
Right.
I don't disagree. What they look at is you monetizing off of their song.
Correct.
You know, that's the whole thing. Now, once again, let's circle back down to Kick. Then I'm not sure what. Hold on 1 second. I have to sneeze. 1 moment.
One Mississippi.
Does anyone know
All
where
right,
I can get?
back.
Does anyone know where I? Oh, he's back.
All right. So, anyways, what I was trying to get to is, so circle back down to Kick. Kick allegedly has no rules. You can play whatever songs you want. You can gamble. You can do all this. You can watch sporting events. You can, which are all licensed. That's not legal.
Supposed to be not supposed to be rebroadcasted. Yep.
Right. So once again,
Oh, so it's just like Seattle in there, isn't it?
When the shit hits the fan, then what happens?
Can't kill the Cubs.
Right. Then what happens? It like, okay, so then now are the creators at Kick gonna be pissed off? Are they gonna get sued? Is Kick gonna get sued? Is the creators? How is that gonna work? Because you would assume it's going to eventually hit the fan. Now, I'd like to have more information on this, and I don't have as much information as I probably should for this, but...
You want to find out the hard way?
I do not.
I would.
I don't know. I think it'd be interesting for all of us.
I don't know. It's not something I have a massive knowledge of.
Concern about?
Yeah,
Right.
or concern about. I don't stream on Twitch, so it's not going to affect me. But I would say that would fall the feet of Kick, not the streamers, not the music. It would fall at Twitch because Twitch haven't put anything in place to regulate it, which Kick should do as part of their, possibly could be considered part of their duty of care, but also as the hosts of the platform that is sharing content illegally.
Yeah, I mean,
that should fall at Kick's door.
Yeah, definitely. We're not going to talk about the fact that Kick is owned by Twitch. We're not going to talk about that fact, and not owned by, but that they have to run the servers
irrelevant.
Through Twitch. We're not talking about that.
Completely irrelevant.
But it's the nice shiny object right now. Oh, you can come to Kick, and there's no rules. It's a lawless society. You can do this, and once again, as we all sit here, and I'll speak for myself because I'm not going to speak for either three of you. I don't stream to make money, so this is a mute point for me because I stream for accessibility. I feel myself it's easier for people to find me, especially the people that have already found me, to re-find me on Twitch. I'm not in this for the money. I'm not. Now, I do see there's some people that, the 95-5 split, the 50-50 split, it's money, that's their job. This is what I get it. I understand that. But I'll speak for myself. I do not. I do this for accessibility, and in my opinion, for people to find me, and for people that have found me before and to come back, Twitch is the best for me. I don't know how the other ones are going to work. I do have that Kick. I do have Kick. I did stream on that. And I will probably stream on it a couple times, but more for a meme than anything else.
I mean, I have secured my domain on Kick. I don't intend on streaming on Kick anytime soon. I've secured my domain to be safe.
Yeah. I mean, we're not Amaranth. We're not XQC. XQC, $100 million contract. Amaranth, which this is stupid to me, 50 million I think is what I saw, or 30 million. For the life of me, I don't know how that's
because it's views. At the end of the day, it's views.
No, I'm saying how she got that much less money than XQC.
Because she's not a good streamer. I'll be honest. I from what I have seen, and what I have seen is very limited. To be honest, it's not. I'll be honest. It's gonna make me sound like I don't like the kids. It's not my content. If I'm watching a stream, I want to watch someone playing a video game. I want to watch someone talking about something that I'm genuinely interested in. The very limited stuff that I have seen of Amaranth, she isn't a good streamer. She isn't an entertaining person. She just stands there half naked, and that's where a lot of the views are. So I think XQC I can watch. I think XQC could make any game in the world funny.
Yeah, I just think there's a big discrepancy. Good Lord, words are hard today.
On
Um,
Brit's point there, it doesn't matter if you
It's,
like her or
it's
not. It's about
different
numbers.
types of
It is
content, you know.
XQC for me will do better numbers than Amaranth
See, I disagree
because
with that.
I think XQC has
Well-
the longevity of a view
Okay,
over the.
maybe I don't disagree with that because I know what his numbers are on Twitch. I know what her numbers are, but I just think that's a huge difference because I mean, he is probably
I'm not
the
buying
top.
that, Brett.
He's probably the top male streamer on Twitch, and
Yeah.
she's probably the top female streamer on Twitch.
I'm going to be completely honest. I think if Valkyrie, Pokemon, or Pokemon had have gone to Kick, they'd have got a lot closer to XQC. I just think that they know Amaranth, the numbers will die off very quickly because there will be someone that is better looking come along doing the same thing, and the numbers will suddenly shift over to that.
Right.
Because I don't think she's the most entertaining streamer to watch in terms of. I don't actually know if she plays games. But I can't imagine watching her play Warzone is fun.
No,
Whereas watching XQC play the most boring game in the world, I imagine I would genuinely enjoy because of how he would be around that game.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong, Britt. You're not wrong about men getting paid more than women, and that would be a topic for another podcast, and we don't have enough time for that.
Almost said something really bad.
Yeah, when I said I'm not buying that, Dennis, that's not even Devil's Advocate, that's just stupid. When I said I'm not buying that, I meant on this case specifically. I understand there is a genuine problem in the world with that sort of topic at the moment, but on this, I don't think gender has anything to do with that. I think it is just XQC is XQC and Amaranth isn't.
Right. But no, I mean, the reason why I brought those two up was I get it makes sense, whatever business decision for those two to switch. I'm wondering why I'm seeing.
Well, also,
the
XQC's.
standard ordinary streamers.
What was it? XQC's been paid 100 mil to go to Kick.
Yes.
And that is not an exclusive deal.
It's not exclusive. And you know why that's not exclusive, right?
XQC is currently live on Twitch with 73,000 viewers.
Right.
It's got 74 for me.
I would say why that's not exclusive, right?
Oh, it's 70.
Because he'd have said no.
Because it's.
What are they doing?
Nah, he wouldn't have said
He can pull in 100,000 people. The same reason why Ninja's on Kick right now. You can't pull in 100,000 people on Kick. What you can do...
There's not 100,000 people watching Kick.
Right. What you can do is you start your stream for however long, an hour, 2 hours, get up to that number of 100,000, then promote that you're moving the rest of the stream over to Kick, and you hope that a majority of those people will follow you. So they're using Twitch. That's why it's not exclusive, because they want to be able to use Twitch to get the views up and then dip out.
I'm surprised. This is the one thing I'm surprised Twitch haven't gone down on. Twitch should be saying, look, if you're live on Kick, you are not live on Twitch. Because we know what's going on.
You can't be. You cannot be. That's why Ninja's on Kick now and not Twitch. Because Twitch has left you no option to be able to do that anymore. So you cannot be live on two of them. What I'm saying is they're not live on two. They're starting their stream, getting their numbers built up, and then basically just putting in the stream. All right, I'm switching to Kick. We're going to be ending the Twitch stream. Here's the link. Join me over on Kick for the rest of the stream. So
I didn't know that you couldn't dual stream.
Nope. So that's the big thing. So that's why they're all going with those non-exclusive deals. That way they can do Twitch to build their numbers up. So they're still using Twitch because they have to try to get the numbers to move over to Kick.
I agree. I on
That's
Brit's
rough.
point, to be fair, I would like to see just how many of the 74,000 people that are currently watching.
Well, I know Ninja's talked about it. Just one stream in particular, he had I think 10 or 12,000 on Twitch. He then switched over to Kick. And then, maybe a half hour, an hour later, he had about 6,000. So there's definitely
I can imagine a lot.
There's definitely a 60 to 50 or 50 to 60% drop off of the number of people that stay with you. Once again, that goes into my point of, I have less than 20 viewers, but I want those 20 viewers to be able to find me. So I'm not going to be moving from Twitch to Kick to YouTube to Mixer to Facebook to TikTok.
You're not going to make it difficult for them to.
I'm not going to make it difficult, right?
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think, obviously, let's use Ninja and XQC as the examples.
I think.
You do think, Jack, that is good. Yeah. It's a dangerous sport, I'll be honest. You thinking scares me, but it's good to know it's available to you. Do you think XQC would have entertained the idea of Kick? Do you think Ninja would have entertained the idea of Kick?
What does
if
that
there
mean?
wasn't? Do you think Ninja would have gone to Kick if there wasn't 100 mil on the line?
Ninja didn't get 100 million.
Well,
he went to Mixer for 50 million.
Do you think XQC would be going to Kick if there wasn't 100 mil? No. Or do you think that people... Now, it stayed around a little bit longer than I expected it to. In terms of the completely lawless society that it is. It stayed that way a lot longer than I expected it to. Do you think streamers, bigger streamers, will start slowly entertaining the idea
of moving off Twitch?
Yeah, of just going to Kick without the big payouts?
Probably not.
Or do you think big streamers are going there purely because they're getting 100 million? If it goes south, they're still getting
purely because they're getting $100 million.
Yeah.
And Eddie's lining their pockets with stake money.
Yeah.
It's exact same thing that happened with Liv and the PGA. Not meaning to go sports here, but Liv offering, hey, top golfers, 100 million to come golf at Liv if you leave the PGA. Exact same thing. Nobody's going to go to the other company if there's not a giant check with a bunch of zeros behind it.
As a golf fan, the PGA allowing LV golfers back, or Liv golfers back, sorry. The PGA allowing Liv golfers to come back and compete in majors and to compete in the Ryder Cup is the biggest mistake they could have made in every single aspect of them as a business.
Right. So before you go too far with that, Greenfly, what you maybe don't know is they allowed them to play in the PGA tournaments, and now Liv and PGA are now one.
Merging. Yeah, they're merged.
So
that's what I mean. So what I meant is like Lee Westwood, Sergio Garcia, somebody else, there were four of them they were DP World Tour players as well, and PGA players. They got banned from any PGA event that wasn't a major. They got banned from the DP World Tour completely. They weren't allowed to compete in the Ryder Cup. They were Liv exclusive golfers. And now that has changed, and everybody that went and faced that big payday has come back with open arms, and the likes of Rory McIlroy, Tiger Woods, that were like, look, I accepting 100 mil to go play golf somewhere else. I'm a PGA golfer. I respect the integrity of golf.
Like that.
And every single one of them has just been tossed to the wayside because they've gone, wait a second, we can put an extra 16 events a calendar year on. We can up the prize money.
Yeah.
Good.
No. Exactly what Britt said there.
Yeah.
Thank you for the hydrate, Nella. I appreciate it. Well, where did that come from? But anyways, you're not going to throw your career in the gutter. And that's what I'm saying. Like, the Ninja move to Mixer, when Mixer went under, they still owed him $50 million. Like, he wasn't... Yeah, you can sit here and say, I want to do it for Mixer. I want to do it because I believe in it. No. you're going to do
You're
it
doing it for
because
money.
they gave you
For
$50
the
million.
money. Yeah.
You know, and that's
You
why
guys,
that's why
use
X is
metal?
doing that.
You guys
It's the
use
same
metal?
as like English football, the actual football. Players going to China or Saudi
that
Arabia,
mean?
like Ronaldo, Benzema have just gone to Saudi Arabia. They are going purely for the amount of money that they have. The quality of football up there is terrible, but they are getting paid fuck tons, and you are never going to turn it down.
Right. No, and that's where I believe you.
I know
Brett.
someone who turned it down. Green Fly, and guess where he decided to come?
Yeah, but Messi's different.
Miami,
I'm going to be
right?
completely
He came to
honest.
Miami.
Messi's
Messi,
different.
welcome to Miami.
Messi's different, but what I will say is Messi is one of the free players, because if I'm pretty sure the MLS have free players that are above a salary cap. They have a salary cap for 90% of the team, and then they've got free players that are above it. I'm pretty sure Lionel Messi is on as much money as anybody in Saudi Arabia. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. He's the greatest fucking player of all time. And I don't know why he went to the MLS. I don't know why he didn't go back to Barca. But yeah, enjoy him, because
You
we
guys
have.
use fucking Metal? Metal is like this little app that you can make clips with really well, and they just
No.
offered streaming on it. I was
I've
actually thinking about switching over because I do really like Metal.
I've never heard of it.
Really?
I've never heard it either.
Almost everyone in my group, we all use Metal. Honestly, it's a pain in the ass because we can't say anything out of pocket because it gets clipped immediately.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I've never heard that either.
I'll introduce you guys.
Yeah,
to
so, I mean,
it.
throw the link in there. Let me see what it's about. Because I
Yeah.
mean, it doesn't hurt
Yeah.
to have options.
The knowledge.
Like I
Yeah.
have a TikTok, I have a YouTube, I have this, but like I said, for me, it's accessibility. Because what Britt said there about that the people are the brand.
Yes.
What I feel is that there's the perception is skewed a little bit to okay, well, X moved and Ninja's here and Pokemon's here and Tim Tatman's over at YouTube and Doc's over at YouTube. These are also the biggest of the biggest streamers. But then when you hear streamers that are for lack of a better me.
Smaller.
Yeah.
Smaller.
Somebody like me, like that's not benefiting me. That doesn't benefit me that they moved over there and it's that much better. It's better for them, but is it better for me?
The one thing I will say that Twitch does have going for it, in terms of yourself and Dennis, who's a new streamer, especially Dennis, who's a new streamer, they're a platform that 90% of their content, in fact, I'd say 95% of their content is live streamed. So what you're watching is going to be live. So
Right.
I think more streamers, let's say Sensor, who is top of my follow channels, live currently. What he's playing on stream now, if you want to watch it later, it'll be on YouTube. KYR Speedy, another one. If you're wanting to watch KYR Speedy at a later date, it will be available to watch on YouTube.
Right.
The content on Twitch is live there and then, and that's where the Twitch side of the discoverability comes in, because you can go to, I fancy watching some Fortnite, and people will just flick through Fortnite channels, and then if Dennis is entertaining, he's gonna gain a view, because they'll see you and be like, I can watch that.
Yeah.
That is less likely to happen on YouTube or anywhere else, because I think you have to dig more for a certain creator than you do on Twitch.
Right.
Which I do agree with that point that you made earlier.
Right.
I zoned out so hard and didn't hear a word he said.
Basically, YouTube bad, Twitch good.
Okay.
YouTube good, Twitch good, both good.
Everything good. Everything good.
No,
and I don't disagree with that.
Bad.
What? Oh no, Kick's not bad.
It is.
Kick, no, I've never said the kick is bad. I think
I have.
I think the
I have.
their standards that everybody's going with. Like originally, everybody like, oh, they hit all these subs and this and that. Yeah, it's because it's Eddie. You know, it's Eddie and Steak gifting 100 subs to these new streamers. It's not sustainable.
I think Kick being run the way it is means Kick is a bad site. It's a bad product.
Yeah.
Because it's almost false advertising, which is illegal.
I ain't using it. I ain't using it. That's for sure.
I'm
not even gonna bother.
I have created an account on the off chance that it becomes the only option to stream, and I've got the name.
Yeah,
that I
well,
want.
yeah, I'm not
I
saying
don't
don't
think it's
do
going to
it.
happen. I don't think it's going to happen. But as it stands, Kick is running on a product build that it cannot maintain. It can't legally maintain it. There are too many loopholes being used. There are too many things that are being overlooked for Kick to legally run the way it's being run. And when that happens, the split that streamers currently have will drop. The streamers on Kick will drop. And Kick will owe a lot of people a lot of money because they are currently breaking the law in what they're doing. They're mismanaging a product, and it's very much false advertising.
Let me step in there. It is a beta version, yes. That's the first thing. The second thing is you might want to look into some contracts, and I could be wrong, but I believe I heard that a lot of those contracts are non-guaranteed.
I don't mean, when I said that they're going to owe a lot of people money, I don't mean streamers.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, because I mean that's the way I feel about that is I don't think a lot of them are guaranteed. So now, if XQC signed a contract without guaranteed money, he better got a huge sum up front. Because
what I will say is,
left a lot of money on the line.
On that point is, I think XQC is safe because it's non-exclusive. Anyone that I don't know anyone that has, but anyone that has signed an exclusive deal or anyone that's been offered an exclusive deal, that's when you want to be getting your money up front. Because realistically, if Kick fails tomorrow, XQC doesn't miss out. He just doesn't gain.
Right, he just goes back to Twitch.
He's not lost
people.
anything.
Right.
Because it's not exclusive.
Right. No, I 100% agree with that. It's crazy. It's crazy, but once again, competition breeds results.
Yeah.
So competition's good. What's up, Flavor? Thank you for the lurk. Am I gaming? I am. I'm playing some DVD after this.
On that point, you say competition is good.
Yes.
Is competition like Kick good?
Yes.
I don't think it is. I don't think in any way Twitch or YouTube as the two major platforms, I don't think either of them are looking over their shoulder at Kick going, we should be worried, or we need to do better because I think they're looking at it going, that's not going to last long. And the longer it lasts, the less appealing it's going to be because what they've promised becomes less realistic. I don't think competition like Kick has any impact on a platform like Twitch.
Right. No, I don't know. I mean, we're all.
I think competition like YouTube, yes, Twitch will be looking at YouTube going, shit, we might need to look at this. And vice versa, YouTube will be looking at Twitch going, actually, that's not, what they're doing there isn't bad. We could maybe tweak what we're doing in that thing. That's good competition.
The reason I say any competition is good is you see Fortnite, and You know,
Yes.
whether you have an opinion about Fortnite or not, Fortnite has made other games change what they're doing. You know, making a battle royale in COD, but they all, I don't want to say steal, they all use everybody's ideas. Some stuff that was in Apex is used in Fortnite. Some stuff that's in COD is used in Fortnite. You know, everybody uses everybody else's ideas and makes the product better.
The best example of that is a battle pass. A battle pass is now in every game.
Right.
It's in every game because it's a viable way to work it. You can offer what are considered, you get free skins if you buy this. It's not free, you're paying money for it, but you're advertising it in a certain way. I don't think. I'm trying to think of an example. Like, it's like saying FIFA, the best football game there is. You look at a game like.
Madden's the best football game, but okay.
Shut up. You look at an indie-built football game, they're not competition to FIFA because they're just not going to be able to compete. They're not going to last long enough, and they're not going to think. Kick won't ever be able to do anything that Twitch can do.
Oh, are you saying that companies that want to make their own media platform shouldn't try just because Twitch and YouTube are so fucking massive?
No, I'm not saying that. I think if we created the Still Talking streaming service, let's say
I like this already.
Yeah, let's say we created the Still Talking streaming service, yeah? But we went through all the legal avenues. We were like, right, DMCA is going to work in this way. We're going to offer, we've got this backing, we can offer this financial cut to partner streamers, we can maybe offer a couple of contracts out and stuff like that. We are then viable competition. Regardless of how small we are at the time, we're viable competition because we can continue it. Kick cannot continue the way they are going, and therefore they're not a viable competition because no one knows the avenue they are actually in terms of what they can provide. It's a flash in the pan. Anyone that goes to Kick, Twitch are looking at XQC, sign a deal with Kick. Twitch are looking at it like, they'll be back here in 6 months because it's what Kick are doing cannot be continued. Legally, ethically, fucking possibly, it's not going to happen. So it's not a viable competition. It's an anomaly for a period of time.
Okay.
Interesting. Dennis?
You want to start our own streaming service?
I think we should.
Okay.
Dennis, are you still here? Oh, he stepped away.
Take that as a no.
Well, I was just gonna ask him if
I am. I am. I had to get my youngest his breathing treatment going.
Yeah. No, I knew that. That's what I was just asking. I'm just seeing like, does any of this change your mind of what you want to do? Once again, we're all the old people here. You know,
right, you guys are the old heads. You guys are the gatekeepers. Yeah.
Does any of this information at all change where
as the young one, Dennis?
Where you wanna?
What is your opinion?
Your streaming.
Padawan.
No, so I'm actually so. You guys are really hitting the nail on the head, without actually making the point. Britt made the point itself. Really, the whole point of any streaming platform, it isn't per se the platform itself that you're using, it's how marketable you are as a person. Jay-Z said it, I'm a businessman, not a businessman, right? The revelation is that you are the business, right? So whether it's Twitch, whether it's Kick, whether it's YouTube, whether it's TikTok, whether it's, Rumble, whether it's, Metal, whatever you said, that's fine. Those are the vehicles to get you to the end result you want. But you have got to be marketable, right? XQC can't move to Kick if XQC is an XQC on Twitch, right? Valkyrae can't move to YouTube if she's not who she is on Twitch first, right? So it's all about the vehicle to get where you want to get to your end destination. Whether that's money, whether that is visibility like you do, man, whether it's I just want to have a good time and play some fun games with my friend and record it online for forever, right? That's kind of where I'm at with it right now. So it really, to me, it doesn't matter. Yes, because it's very similar to what do you think is the best option for you to get started. But for me, it doesn't change my decision on what I want to do. Only because right now, for me, I just want to play video games with some friends and stream it online.
It's true.
I like it.
You guys want to just like pump out content?
I'm down to pump anything out. Wait, what? Pause. What?
Pump out some content. Just play Gmod stuff. Just make little shorts out of it. Ooh, a battery. This is mine.
We have just got the biggest insight into Jackson's life ever.
Jeez.
A genuine question to then. Ooh.
What's I talking about?
We
don't
Gmod.
know.
We don't know.
guys.
We don't know.
Yes,
What
please
I will
don't.
say is,
You guys ever play Gmod?
on the pumping out content, what I will say is, I would be considerably down to do more, like, maybe not even on stream, but do more things as, like, the four of us, and market
with the
them as
four of
spec-
us?
Oh, we,
yeah,
we
like-
do stuff all the time
You
without
wanna-
you, Greenfly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
all the time.
Yeah, the three of us do stuff all the time.
I know.
We
I
actually
just wanna
we
do
actually just went to
both,
Disney
okay?
World last week.
Oh
That's
yeah.
different. That's
I
different.
thought we weren't going to talk about that, though, man.
Oh, and the
That's
Christmas
different.
chip.
That's different.
Oh,
That's-
and
that-
last
that's-
Tuesday was chili night.
Yeah, but that's
Actually,
different
chili
because
tonight.
They're,
Actually,
they're
Oh, yeah.
physical things. Like, they're
Tuesday-
physical things.
Tuesday's
Like,
Friday.
I can't remember.
nothing,
But-
Noah. Nothing. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry.
Shut up, you. Shut up, you.
I'm
What I
sorry.
mean is, like, I'd be down to run, like, just on a random day, 2 games of Fortnite, the four of us. And not stream it, but just run 2 games, record it, and use it as a way to be like, they're still talking, guys, do this, and we can clip it, we can upload it somewhere else, and it's like an extra, like, line of market in the podcast, but it's also just something that's a bit different and a bit more fun.
Or, hear me out, because I like that idea. Only say I say or is because time is limited, unfortunately, with
I agree.
whatever going on. What if once every 1 or 2 months for the podcast,
We just play games.
we just play a game and talk shop like we do right now, but
Yeah.
playing a game.
Sounds good.
Do we have to replace it with, or are we like doing it instead of the podcast, or are we doing it?
No.
No, so we
No,
do the
do it-
podcast.
Do the
but
podcast.
instead
We're
of
just
having
playing a game.
the background
Oh.
Dorman has now, we just do the podcast while playing Fortnite or while
No,
playing...
no. That's what I was saying. We're doing
Yeah.
instead of the podcast we're playing. Yeah.
Well, yes and no. Because we'd still talk like we do in a podcast. We'd still have like certain topics and stuff, and we'd still talk for 2 hours like we do now. But we'd just be playing a game while we're talking every now and again.
Domain, you okay?
I'm at a loss.
I'm good.
Honestly.
I've actually lost exactly what you guys were talking about. Because it seems like I'm in a
Apparently
little hot
Dennis-
water
well.
in chat at the moment, so...
I saw that.
I'm just a little distracted at the moment. I am down...
Wait.
Stop it, Britt.
Wait, Nella gets to go to Disney? Are we going to Disneyland?
Are we gonna make a Disneyland vlog? I almost said SPG.
Yay!
That's the other group.
Yeah, it's going to be called #Nella Does Disney.
Does Disney?
That sounds questionable.
Stop it, Britt. Anyways, no, I mean, I'm...
Why do we gotta do
Jax,
different things, yeah.
no, Jax, just be quiet. Let's just listen to Dom and try and get his composure back.
No, we're good. We're good. We're
I don't think we're good, Dom.
no, we're not. Well,
Domain, bring it back. You are on a podcast.
right.
You are the host.
So,
Breathe.
so
Breathe. And in.
I need
And
water.
out.
Thank you for the
And
hydrate.
in. And out.
We're fine. Everything's
And
fine.
in, And out.
That's really slow.
And in.
All right. Anyways,
What's going on right
I'd be
now?
down for doing.
No, man, put it back in your pants, man.
Look, I'd be down for doing content. I don't have a problem with that. I don't know when we would do that content.
Well, it'd be a scheduled thing. We'll work it out.
Yeah.
You mean
Yeah.
kind of like how we have every 2 weeks scheduled and only three.
It
three of us show
really
up?
bothered me. You didn't say yeah. Fuck, Dennis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dennis, I'm going to be completely honest. I think
Let me
I
talk
might
to
be the
you,
only one that
yeah.
heard that.
Yeah.
Dennis, I think I might be the only one that heard what you said.
That's fine.
I heard it. I chose to ignore it.
Kind of like you ignore the podcast every other week.
Heyo.
Yeah, you're right.
No, I mean,
Yeah, you
I'd be
right.
down. I'd be down for doing whatever content.
I don't think we did it last week, did we?
I mean, realistically, we could.
I mean, I
even
also
stream
I
it.
also do stream 6 nights a week, so.
I mean, Dennis, not
Yeah.
Dennis. No man, you stream the night. You stream the week
What
we
was
don't do
it?
the podcast, don't you?
Of course.
We could just say the same time as the podcast. Let's all be online and we'll just play this game.
I don't know about
And
the
then-
same time.
Dom
Because
and
it's only a couple
slightly
hours
earlier.
away from me working.
Yeah, so slightly earlier then, that's fine. But Domine can still stream it. We could all stream it, and then we'll just use the footage to do some content around it, and we could just pencil it in as podcast 1 week, content the week after, podcast content, podcast content, podcast content.
Yeah. So we'd have this. So we have STP, Still Talking Podcast, and we have a separate thing called STPG, Still Talking Podcast Gameplay.
Yeah, that's a
And
lot
like,
like my other group, SPG.
So maybe not
Mm.
next week because it's new and we'll have to sort of decide what games we want to play and stuff. But this week we did a podcast.
You think next week's a little too soon?
Okay, we can play games next week.
It was
this
a
week,
question.
I think
I am.
in terms of downloading games and stuff like that, maybe because we
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
know.
we don't have to. Here's the thing. We can
Well,
talk about it
we gotta.
in our
yeah, we
chat.
can talk
We don't
about
have to
it.
talk about
Yeah.
it here. What I would like to talk about, however,
Uh-oh. Here we go.
He's gone all quiet and I
is
don't like
Dennis
it.
sending us home? Because I think we're done with the podcast for tonight.
Yeah, I can send us home.
I think that's. Well, I think we got a good point. Because I need to get off this so I can cut somewhere here.
Go
and
beat
then-
the Schmeat.
Look. Anyways,
No
Dennis,
man has lost it. No man
Yeah,
has lost the audience right
yep, I will send us home. So this has been episode 39 of the Still Talking Podcast. Thank you, everybody who listened, who interacted, who watched this, who, quite frankly, listened to us ramble on and on about nonsense and whimsical medleys. I
That's
am
what I do every time.
I am El Papi Dennis. My co-hosts, the one and only Jax, Greenfly _ 98, Doman
The sky isn't
247.
orange anymore.
Good for you. We are
That
out.
is good.
We will see you in 2 weeks. Peace.
Oh.
My God, are you still talking?